Righto, step 1, connect with your mission. It's by design that this tab should be the very, very first one in the list. This is the first tab you should look at every day of your life, before anything else. Before texts, before checking in with Facebook, before emails, before Twitter, Instagram, even before any interactions with people. This is the tab that sets the tone for you for the rest of your day. This is the foundation of your day. Connecting with your mission is all about reviewing your why. What are the things that are of most importance to you? If you haven't developed your own personal mission, then I'd really strongly recommend you take some time to do so. In Covey's book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Habit 2 talks about beginning with the end in mind. Having a crystal clear vision of who you want to be, what you want to do, the impact you wish to make on this world is critically important. Spend time on this process if you haven't already. Mine's here. I first started working on it right back in my early 20s. Over the years I've refined it to what you see here today. Mission statements are highly personal statements for each individual. I remember a speaker once saying, if it doesn't make you cry, then that's not your why. Now Hiram Smith, Stephen Covey's business partner, talks about the things that you would cross the I-beam for. Now that's a discussion for another day that we can talk about, but get your mission started and read over it every single day. The next part of this is writing down what is your vision for the future. Here is where you get to script your future. Now Opus One doesn't give us a vision section, so I've just added it to the bottom of my mission and left a couple of lines in between. So as I said, if your future was a blank page and you were the author of your future, this is where you get to choose to write down what your ideal life, what it would look like, who would be involved, the things that you do. The key here though is to write it in the present tense, because it's a well-researched fact that the human brain will over time believe what it's exposed to frequently to be true, and it will adjust its principles and beliefs to help align with what it believes to be true. Everything we do, our behaviours are then filtered through our principles and beliefs that we hold to be true, leading to the results we get in life. So it's vitally important to ensure that the principles and beliefs that we hold are aligned with our ideal life and what matters most to us. The last step on this tab is to identify what are the values that are important to you in your life. The decisions you make, the way you live your life, are all filtered through this set of values. This step involves connecting with what are these values for yourself. You can choose an individual colour on this window that pops up here, as you'll see, to represent each value if you wish. Then write down a brief description in this section here, or a clarifying statement that this value represents or means for you. Now if you want to investigate this further idea, I'd strongly recommend you read a book called Benjamin Franklin's Autobiography. Fantastic book on how the guy lived his life around 13 core values, governing values. But the last and most important step in this section is to prioritise these values. Now, Opus One allows you to do this simply by clicking and holding on the value and dragging it into the correct order. It's critical to everything. For example, if we were to use my list as an example, if I had impact prioritised above integrity, for example, I may look for ways to make it an impact that may not necessarily be the right thing to do, but so long as it makes an impact, and it may not take discipline or persistence, so long as it makes an impact. So, making impact is important to me, but just not as important as integrity, discipline and persistence, for example. So you've got to work out for you, what are your core values, your governing values that are important for you. Write down what that means and then prioritise them according to your values. And once you've completed all these steps, the last step is to give consideration to a picture on the top left corner there, or an image that best represents everything on this whole tab for you. Just click the Add Image button and you can put your favourite image or whatever. That's it for the Mission tab.